Every community had heretics in their congregations. Every church had them during the first century. And you'll see that in 2 Peter 2:1. You remember what Paul said in Acts 20 when he says, when I leave, there are going to be wolves that are going to come into you and destroy you. Paul even said that. He warned the church, listen, there are wolves out there when I leave are going to come in and try to destroy you. He proclaimed that. Romans 16, when we finished out our chapter, we saw that we have to spot the false doctrine people that want to cause division, rebuke them, and then discipline them and get them out of the church. We're not to fellowship with those who have false doctrine. We're not to fellowship with them. That's how serious God takes the matter. So it was common back then. Now, in closing, people, remember, this is nothing new. Jude is saying, listen, they come in secret. No, they don't come into the church, do they? Yes, they do. Classic example. Turn to Matthew. In Matthew chapter 13. In Matthew chapter 13, I want you to notice verse 24. Matthew chapter 13, look at verse 24 and 25. Jesus said another parable he put forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the what? Wheat. And went his way. See that? And went his way. Look at, pop down to verse 38. The field is the world. The good seeds are the sons of the kingdom, but the tares are the sons of the wicked one. The enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the what? Angels. So in other words, people, Jesus is saying, amongst those who are believers, who are really saved, which is the wheat, but also there's tares. They grow together. They live together. It's going to happen. Every congregation has a tare in it. Every congregation does. And it's just a matter of time until that tare is exposed and then taken care of and leave. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. People, there always are going to be tare among the wheat. That's why Jesus said, let them grow together. Then when I come, I'll grab the ones that are true. They'll come with me. The tares will stay behind. So it happens. It's going to happen. What's tough, in closing, what's tough, man, is nobody likes to deal with stuff like this. Nobody does. Not even a pastor. You think it's fun for a pastor when he sees something wrong, sees a tear, sees this person's come in and they're trying to divide and conquer the church? You think that's pleasant for me to do that? Ask my wife. I weep or I grieve over it. I try to avoid it as long as possible. I don't like dealing with stuff like that, because when you deal with it, somebody's going to get hurt. Because they're people. They're real people. And somebody's going to get hurt. But you have to defend the faith. Amen? You have to. And sometimes when I've done that over the years, and I've had to do it, then I have enemies. Because, see, I hurt somebody, had to be dealt with, but that somebody has a family. You know what I mean? And if that family's not spiritual enough, mature enough, guess what happens? They get mad. They get mad at the preacher, and they leave the church because the situation had to be dealt with. That's not fun. That's not fun. Okay? Jude here is saying, you got to defend the faith, people. What's happening, this isn't going to be pretty. It's not going to be fun. We've got to fight the battle. I want to talk about salvation. I want to talk about the positive side of stuff. But no, sorry, verse 4. Now I got to contend for the faith. I got to expose these false teachers. And he wasn't looking forward to it. All right? So we'll see next week that Jude's opponents are really charismatic. I'm not talking about the charismatic movement here. Charismatic in nature. I found through my years as pastoring, most of the false teachers are very likable. They're pleasant. They smile, and they're very likable.
They're good salespeople.
Huh?
They're good salespeople.
Oh, exactly. Good salespeople. And people look at them and think, "Wow, look at that," and they got them. And they got them. So we'll see what kind of character these people have, and then we'll go into what kind of character do these people have.